Good morning, students. In the previous class, we have seen what about the acidity of alcohols. We will continue in the today's class same concept, that is acidity of alcohols only. In the acidity of alcohols, OH bond will be cleaved. Let us consider general formula of alcohol, that is ROH. Okay. Now, if this OH bond is going to be cleaved, this alcohol is going to donate H plus ion. It is capable of donation of H plus ion. The substance which can donate the H plus ion is called acid. That means alcohol is slightly behaving like acid. It has some acidic nature. That is the meaning. Alcohols are able to donate the H plus ions. That one okay, no problem. In that acidity of alcohols, I told reactivity of alcohols follow. This is primary alcohol, this is secondary alcohol, and this is tertiary alcohol. In the last class I explained that primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols, in case of OH bond cleavage, they will follow the order. Primary is greater than secondary, secondary is greater than tertiary. Like that I said it is following the order. It is because here which bond is going to be cleaved? OH bond is going to be cleaved. According to that, we wrote the reactivity. Please observe the condition, all of you. Same like this, one more reactivity order we will write for alcohols in next CO bond cleavage also. That is different of this one. Okay, depending on different effects, we are going to explain that one. Now, while we are going through this explanation, this OH bond cleavage should be happened easily. Then only the reaction will be easy. If this OH bond is cleaved easily, then the reaction is also easy. That is okay. Now, this O is bonded to CH3, which is electron donating group. All alkyl groups are electron donating groups only. All alkyl groups are electron donating groups. So here CH3 is electron donating group. Here oxygen is bonded to carbon. Oxygen is bonded to carbon, which is bonded to two electron donating groups. Just 1 second, ma. I am taking here CH3, CH2OH, primary alcohol. This is secondary and this is tertiary. O is bonded to carbon, which is bonded to one carbon only, which is one electron donating group here. Here, O is bonded to carbon, which is bonded to two carbons. That means two alkyl groups. How many electron donating groups are there? Two electron donating groups are there. In tertiary alcohol, O is bonded to carbon, which is bonded to three alkyl groups. All the three alkyl groups are electron donating groups. Now coming to the explanation. This electron donating group will increase the electron density on this carbon. Then this carbon holds the oxygen strongly. This is electron donating group. This carbon electron donating group CH3, it will increase the electron density on this carbon. This carbon will hold the oxygen strongly. In turn, this oxygen will hold the hydrogen strongly. This oxygen will hold the hydrogen strongly. Here, electron donating group will hold the hydrogen strongly. That is the meaning. But here, how many electron donating groups are there? One electron donating group only. Coming to this one, electron donating groups are increased. How many electron donating groups are there? Two electron donating groups are there. Those two electron donating groups will increase the electron density of this carbon very highly. Then this carbon will hold the oxygen very strongly. Very strongly. Then this oxygen will hold the hydrogen furthermore very much strongly. Here this one cannot be undergone easily when compared to primary alcohol. Now coming to tertiary alcohol, Oxygen is bonded to carbon, which is bonded to 3 methyl groups. All the 3 methyl groups are electron donating groups. These electron donating groups will increase the electron density on this carbon very highly. When compared to primary and secondary, they will increase the electron density on this carbon very highly. This carbon will hold the oxygen very strongly. In turn, this oxygen, furthermore, it will hold the hydrogen very strongly. So out of this one, this is called Plessey effect now. That is called Plessey effect. When Plessey effect is increased, what happens to reactivity? Decreases. When Plessey effect is increased, what happens to reactivity of alcohol in OH group cleavage? Please observe carefully. This is regarding OH bond cleavage only. Is it okay? This is regarding only OH bond cleavage. Now, when these electron donating groups are increased, okay, they will decrease the reactivity of that alcohol. That's why primary alcohol is greater reactive than secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol is greater reactive than tertiary alcohol. When the electron donating groups are increased, here I am not mentioning this arrow mark. It is bonded with, the CH2 is bonded with 1 methyl group, which is electron donating. Here 2 methyl groups are there, 2 electron donating groups. Here 3 electron donating groups are there. When the electron donating groups are increased, OH bond strength is increased and the hydrogen cannot be given out easily. That is why, if the hydrogen is not given out easily, the bond cannot be cleaved easily. When the bond is not cleaved, it will not undergo reaction easily. That means reactivity of primary is greater than secondary, secondary is greater than tertiary. Electron donating group in OH bond cleavage, when electron donating groups are increased, okay, OH bond cleavage cannot be taken place easily. If OH bond cleavage is not taken place easily, alcohols cannot undergo OH bond cleavage easily. That is the meaning. Is it okay, ma'am? One more time. Here, how many electron donating groups are there? 1 electron donating group is there. That electron donating group increases the electron density on this carbon. This carbon will hold the oxygen somewhat, okay, means when compared to these molecules, this is less tightly, it will hold the oxygen. In turn, this oxygen will hold the hydrogen less tightly when compared to secondary and tertiary. Here in secondary, how many electron donating groups are there? 2 electron donating groups are there. In tertiary, 3 electron donating groups are there. Because of these 3 electron donating groups, this carbon will hold the oxygen strongly, as well as this oxygen will hold the hydrogen furthermore strongly. Here, OH bond cleavage cannot be taken place easily. When OH bond cleavage is not taken place easily, then the reaction cannot be taken place easily. So this is least reactive, this is high reactive. Depending on which principle we are going to explain this one, this is Plessey effect. Okay, ma? I hope you understood. This is the reactivity order of alcohols in condition of OH bond cleavage only. Okay, now we have to see further continuation of acidity of alcohols. Okay, ma? I will continue that one. Let us see. Let us consider any one alcohol, ROH. General formula, ROH. Okay. This ROH undergoes cleavage of OH bond to form RO minus plus H plus. ROH is undergoing cleavage of OH. This is alcohol, undergoes OH bond cleavage to form RO minus and H plus ion. RO minus and H plus ion. Now, if this is acid, because it is donating H plus ion, the substance which will donate the H plus ion is called acid. From the acid, after removal of H plus, the substance which is obtained is called conjugate base. What is that? Conjugate base. In equilibrium condition, I explained for you, if this is the weak acid, conjugate base must be strong conjugate base. If this is strong acid, conjugate base is weak. Both are in opposite nature. If this is strong acid, this is weak conjugate base. If this is weak acid, this is strong conjugate base. Is it clear, man? All of you? Now, this is the conjugate base, which is called alkoxide ion. Generally, it is called alkoxide. Alkyl group and oxide group. Both are present in the compound, that is ion, that is called alkoxide ion. Okay, now I am going to consider that alkoxide ion with respect to water. When water reacts with RO minus, we will get ROH plus OH minus. RO minus, when it reacts with water, we will get ROH plus OH minus. What is happening in the reaction? Water is donating H plus ion. That H plus ion reacts with alkoxide ion. Water contains HOH. This H plus ion and RO minus ion will combine this H plus ion and this RO minus ion will be combined to form ROH. Remaining part of water is OH minus. In this reaction, which is donating H plus ion? H2O is donating H plus ion. It is acid. RO minus is acting like here base, because it is accepting the proton. The substance which is accepting the proton will be called as base. The substance which donates proton is called acid. Is it okay? Now observe condition carefully. H2O is behaving like acid, RO minus is behaving like base to form ROH and OH minus. This reaction will be happen very easily. That means this RO minus is accepting the proton from water very easily. RO minus is accepting the proton very easily. The substance which will accept the proton very easily is called strong base. The substance which will accept the proton easily is called strong base. Generally, what is the characteristic of a base? The substance which will accept the proton is called base. If it accepts the proton easily, that is called strong base. If it doesn't accept the proton easily, that is called weak base. Now, this RO minus is accepting the proton from water very easily. That's why this is called strong base. This RO minus is strong base proved. We have proved this one. So I am writing this one here. This is RO minus, strong conjugate base. If this is strong conjugate base, ROH is weak acid. How did we prove alcohol is a weak acid when compared to water? Please observe carefully. First I took alcohol. That alcohol by donating H plus ion, it will be formed as RO minus and H plus ion. The substance which will donate H plus ion is called acid. I didn't write initially weak acid. Simply I told acid only. Okay? That acid will give conjugate base plus H plus ion. Acid will give conjugate base plus H plus ion. Now I took the conjugate base with respect to water. I took the conjugate base of alcohol with respect to water. Between water and this RO minus, water is acting like an acid, RO minus is acting like a strong base because it will accept the proton very easily from water. RO minus will accept the proton from water very easily. In this condition, it is acting like a strong base. If this is strong base, this is nothing but strong conjugate base because both are same only. RO minus strong conjugate base. In equilibrium already we discussed that if this is strong conjugate base, this must be weak acid with respect to water. So out of water and alcohol, which is strong acid, water is strong acid when compared to alcohol. From this it is proved. Okay. Now I am writing one point. After noting down these reactions in your book, note down this point. Acidic character of acidic nature of water is greater than acidic nature of alcohol. Acidic nature of water is greater than acidic nature of alcohol. How did we say? Between water and RO minus, water is acting like an acid, RO minus is acting like a base, strong base. Okay, this is strong base, then this must be strong conjugate base. The strong conjugate base must be obtained from definitely weak acid, because if this is weak acid, that is strong conjugate base, like that already we proved. That's why depending on the strong conjugate base, I told this one as weak acid. ROH, alcohols, are weaker acids when compared to water. Is it okay, ma? This is the proof acidic character of alcohol. Till now we have seen how alcohols are behaving like acid. Now we have seen what about the strength of alcohol as an acid. As an acid, whether it is strong acid or weak acid, that one we want to know. Alcohols are weaker acids when compared to water. That is the conclusion we got. Note down this carefully, all of you. Okay, ma? I hope you understood. Now we will go to acidic nature of phenols. After noting this one, we will go through acidic nature of phenols. Okay, ma? Let us see that one. Now, our side heading is acidic nature of phenols. C6H5OH is called phenol, reacts with water. When phenol is added to water, okay, it will donate H plus ions. See, previously, when in comparison to alcohol, between alcohol and water, which is acting like acid, water is acting like acid. Here, phenol is added to water. At that time, phenol is going to donate the H plus ions to form this is called phenoxyanion. This is called hydronium ion. Phenol reacts with water to form phenoxyanion and hydronium ion. Okay. Now, I will say one point, that is nothing but mainly I am considering phenol and phenoxyanion. Mainly I am considering phenol and phenoxyanion. I would like to prove now phenoxyanion is more stable than phenol. Phenoxyanion is more stable than phenol. Okay. When I am supposed to prove that phenoxyanion is more stable than phenol, what will be happened? Every time phenol wants to be converted to phenoxide, because this is more stable when compared to phenol. Is it correct? When suppose let us consider our gels, we are containing two states. one is sitting position and another one is standing position. Okay, generally, immediately which position we want to take. Every time we will be considering in which position, sitting position or standing position. Immediately whenever chance is there, we want to sit. Only two positions I am saying, ma. No other position I told. Okay, two positions I am considering in front of you. That is sitting position and standing position. Okay, every time whenever I see, I gave a choice for you, two positions. Okay, so whenever I see, you will be in which position? Sitting position only, because it is more stable when compared to standing position. Everyone wants to be in stable state only. No one wants to lose their stability. Is it correct or not? Like that here also, out of phenol and phenoxyanion, I will like to prove phenoxyanion is more stable than phenol. Phenoxyanion is more stable than phenol. If I prove that one, definitely phenol every time it wants to be converted to phenoxyanion because it is more stable, na? How phenol will be converted to phenoxyanion? By donating H plus ions easily. When phenol wants to be converted to phenoxyanion, it will donate the H plus ions easily. That means it is very strong acid. Like that I would like to prove. Now, if I prove phenoxyanion is more stable than phenol, then phenol is more acidic. Is it correct or not? Phenoxyanion is more stable than phenol, meaning phenol every time it wants to be converted to phenoxyanion by donation of H plus ions. The substance which can donate the H plus ions easily, it is a strong acid. Now I would like to prove first phenoxyanion is more stable than phenol. That line I would like to prove that one. For that I am going to consider resonance structures of phenol and resonance structures of phenoxyanion. Both I am going to consider now itself. Is it okay, ma? On the board I am going to write resonance structures of phenol and resonance structures of phenoxyanion. After that I will explain how phenoxyanion is more stable than phenol. Is it okay? So our next slide heading. Keep the side heading all of you, resonance structures of phenol. Our next side heading is resonance structures of phenol. Okay, let us see what about the resonance structures of phenol. Oxygen has two lone pairs of electrons. One lone pair is donated into double bond. One lone pair is converted as a double bond. At that time, this double bond is shifted as negative charge onto the carbon, ortho position. This single bond will become double bond. Two lone pairs are there previously on oxygen. Now positive charge and lone pair, because one lone pair is changed into double bond. Here you will get negative charge. Next, this negative charge is shifted as double bond. At the time, this double bond is shifted as negative charge here. Next, this negative charge is shifted as double bond here, and this double bond is shifted as negative charge. Finally, this negative charge is shifted as double bond. This double bond again it is coming as lone pair onto oxygen. How many resonance structures are there for phenol? 5 resonance structures are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, same like this, I will draw resonance structures of phenoxyanion also. Side heading is resonance structures of phenoxyanion. Phenoxyanion contains oxygen. Oxygen, two lone pairs are there with negative charge. Two lone pairs are there with negative charge. Okay, that negative charge is shifted as double bond. At that time, this is shifted as negative charge onto carbon. When negative charge is shifted as double bond, oxygen is getting lone pair, two lone pairs. Next, this negative charge is shifted as double bond, immediately this double bond is shifted as negative charge. Next, this negative charge is shifted as double bond, this is shifted as negative charge. Finally, this negative charge is shifted as double bond, this pi bond is shifted as negative charge onto oxygen. How many resonance structures are shown by phenol? Phenoxy 5. Phenol also shows 5 resonance structures. There is no difference in number of resonance structures. All of you observe carefully. These are the resonance structures of phenol. These are the resonance structures of phenoxyanion. Number of resonance structures for phenol and phenoxyanion both are same only. But difference is, in phenol, 3 resonance structures contain positive charge on oxygen. In phenol, 3 resonance structures contain positive charge on oxygen. In phenoxyanion, whether oxygen contains negative charge or no charge. In phenoxyanion, number of resonance structures are same only. Oxygen carries negative charge or neutral. Okay, oxygen is more electronegative atom. Please remember carefully. Fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen, chlorine. These are the most electronegative atoms. Fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen, first 3. Okay, ma? Fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen, these are high electronegative atoms. High electronegative atoms, they don't want to carry positive charge. Okay, they are stable with neutral or negative charge also, no problem. But negative charge means their nature is negative, getting electrons only. So with negative charge almost already they are stable. Okay, ma? See, more electronegative atoms with negative charge will be stable. More electronegative atoms with positive charge, they will not be stable. Even though phenol and phenoxyanion contains same number of resonance structures, in phenol resonance structures we have positive charge on oxygen. In phenoxyanion resonance structures we have no positive charge on oxygen. Because of this, electronegative atom oxygen carries positive charge in phenol resonance structures. Phenol is less stable than phenoxyanion. Phenol is less stable than phenoxyanion. Is it proved or not? By seeing the resonance structures, we proved that phenoxyanion is more stable than phenol, or phenol is less stable than phenoxyanion. Okay, one more time I am telling you, both phenol and phenoxyanion contains same number of resonance structures. But why phenoxyanion is more stable than phenol? Because in resonance structures of phenol, almost 3 resonance structures contain oxygen positive charge. In phenoxyanion, nowhere we have positive charge on oxygen. Whether it contains negative charge on oxygen on first structure and last structure, here we have no negative charge on oxygen also. Okay, oxygen with negative charge it is stable or neutral also. Oxygen with positive charge it will not be stable. That is happening in phenol. Even though same resonance structures are there, by comparing positive charge on oxygen, phenol is getting less stable when compared to phenoxyanion. Okay, that line is clear. Now, according to that, how we can explain the acidic character of phenol, I will say. Note down these resonance structures neatly, all of you. Phenol plus H2O gives rise to phenoxyanion plus H3O plus ion. Out of phenol and phenoxyanion, phenoxyanion is more stable when compared to phenol. Out of phenoxyanion and phenol, now only we have seen the resonance structures. Okay, phenoxyanion is more stable than phenol. When phenoxyanion is more stable than phenol, every time phenol wants to be converted to phenoxyanion by donating H plus ion, its acidic nature increases. Okay, now I will write the acidic nature order. Before that, this one already you note down for explaining. See, every time phenol wants to be converted to phenoxyanion. How phenol will convert to phenoxyanion? By donating H plus ions. That means it can donate the H plus ions easily. It can donate the H plus ions easily. Is it okay? Note down this one. Now, order of acidic nature. Phenols are more acidic than water. Water is more acidic than alcohol. Phenols are more acidic than water. Water is more acidic than alcohol. Okay. Now, with respect to Ka values also we can explain. Okay, those are helpful to understand which one is strong acid and which one is weak acid. Ka and pKa. Let us see that one more. Ka value is higher. It is strong acid. For a strong acid, pKa value is lower, Ka value is higher. pKa value is higher, Ka value is lower. These two are the features for weak acid. In the notes, note down this one also. pKa is lower and Ka value is higher. These are the two characteristics of strong acid. pKa value is higher, Ka value is lower. These are the two characteristics of weak acid. Depending on pKa and Ka values, we can say which is strong acid and which is weak acid. For example, phenol pKa value 10.0. Phenol pKa value 10.0. This is pKa. Alcohol pKa value 15.9. Alcohol pKa value 15.9. Phenol pKa value 10. Okay, which one has higher value? pKa. Alcohol has higher pKa value than weak acid. Alcohol is weaker acid when compared to phenol. Water has pKa value between 10 and 15.9. Which substance has higher pKa value? That is weak acid. Out of alcohol and phenol, pKa value of alcohol is equal to 15.9, pKa value of phenol is equal to 10. Which is strong acid? Phenol is strong acid because it has lower pKa value. Or sometimes they will give Ka values also. This is the common thing. If you remember, we can answer any sort of questions related to Ka and pKa values. For a strong acid, Ka value, pKa value is lower and Ka value is higher. Anything they can give, pKa values or Ka values. According to that, we have to remember one thing. Ka value is higher for strong acid, pKa value is lower for strong acid. Ka value is lower for weak acid, pKa value is higher for weak acid. Is it okay, man? I hope you are clear about this order of acidic nature for alcohols and phenols. Okay, phenols are phenols are acidic in nature when compared to water. Water is more acidic than alcohol. Okay, by this we have completed acidic nature of alcohols and acidic nature of phenols. Acidic nature of alcohols and acidic nature of phenols. These two are coming under reactions involving OH bond cleavage. And one more reaction is there, that is called esterification. Okay, ma? That one I will consider now. Before that, everyone, I hope you are understanding. After completion of this, one small tabular column means like a small classification I will give. You will get clarity what are the things we are studying. Okay, let us see. Second reaction which is involved with OH bond cleavage. Second reaction which is involved with OH bond cleavage, that is esterification. What is that, ma? Esterification. Esterification is nothing but preparation of ester. The reaction which is involved with preparation of ester is called esterification. Okay. Generally, this esterification is happened by when alcohol reacts with carboxylic acid. Both will undergo reaction in presence of H plus catalyst. That means acid catalyst. This alcohol and carboxylic acid, they will undergo reaction to form ester plus water. Alcohol plus carboxylic acid will form ester plus water. This type of reaction is called esterification. This type of reaction is called esterification. Okay, now general reaction I am going to write. Alcohol is generally represented by ROH. Carboxylic acid is generally represented by RC double bond O, OH. These two will undergo reaction in presence of H plus catalyst, acid catalyst, in which alcohol OH bond is cleaved, and from acid OH is going to be combined with alcohol H. In alcohol H is going to combine with acid OH. Then the C is going to be bonded to O. C double bond O in which carbon is going to be bonded to O, because OH is removed from carbon, H is removed from oxygen. The substances from where they are removed, this is removed from carbon, this is removed from oxygen, they will combine with each other to form RO C double bond O R plus H2O. H2O is water, RO C double bond O R is called ester. This is alcohol and this is carboxylic acid. Alcohol reacts with carboxylic acid to form ester and water. Alcohol reacts with carboxylic acid to form ester and water. This is called esterification. This is called esterification. Ester will be formed by reaction of alcohol and carboxylic acid. One example: CH3OH, CH3 C double bond O, OH. OH from carboxylic acid and H from alcohol will be removed to form, in presence of acid, catalyst. CH3O bonds to C double bond O, CH3 plus H2O. Alcohol plus carboxylic acid to form ester plus water. Is it okay, ma'am? In this reaction, along with carboxylic acid, we can take carboxylic acid derivatives also. Along with carboxylic acid, we can take carboxylic acid derivatives also. Carboxylic acid derivatives plus alcohol also will form ester. Okay, I will tell that general equation also. Before that, note down these reactions carefully, all of you. This esterification is coming under OH bond cleavage reactions for alcohols. OH bond cleavage reactions for alcohols. Okay, I think you noted down, ma. Now I will write what are acid derivatives. Acid derivatives. One is acid anhydride, two is acid chloride. What are the acid derivatives? One is acid anhydride, one is acid chloride. I will write the general equations also. Before that, alcohol plus acid derivatives, in presence of H plus also we will get ester, plus byproduct according to the acid derivative, the byproduct will be changed, not water. When acid reacts with alcohol, then only we will get water plus ester. Okay, if acid derivative is reacted with alcohol, we will get ester only, but byproduct according to the acid derivative it will be changed. Now, what is that acid derivative? Okay, what type of substances? Acid anhydride and acid chloride. These are acid derivatives. First I will tell what is that acid derivative. From that acid derivative, how we are going to get the ester, I will explain. This one also note down neatly, all of you. Alcohol react with carboxylic acid to form ester plus water. alcohol reacts with acid derivatives in presence of H plus. Catalyst must be there to form ester plus byproduct. That byproduct according to acid derivative it will be changed. Okay, man. This is about today's class. Note down this one. In next class, what are acid derivatives? Those names I gave. What is the general formula of acid derivative? Okay, when that acid derivative reacts with alcohol, in what way we are going to get ester, we will see in next class. These are also involved in the reaction of OH bond cleavage for the alcohols. Okay, totally two reactions OH bond cleavage. One is acidic nature of alcohol or phenol, and another one is esterification. One more time. Totally two reactions are involved for OH bond cleavage of alcohols. OH bond cleavage of alcohols involve two reactions. Those are acidic nature of alcohols and phenols as well as this esterification. Till now we have seen acidic nature completed. Now we started with esterification. We will continue this one in next class and we will complete this esterification also. After that we will go through CO bond cleavage reactions. Okay, ma? This is about today's class. I hope everyone you understood. Okay, note down these notes carefully. Okay, please prepare carefully, all of you. You understood what about the difficulty of organic chemistry. Okay, continuously if you prepare, then only it is better for you, and next year you will feel easy. This is my sincere request. Please prepare well. Okay, ma? Thank you all of you.